And oh my goodness, Spoo with the clutch play! That's an Aqua victory royale for Marietta! Anymore though, but does finish him up, gets 2, gets 3! What a hit that hits him 65%. Wow! And does it go in? It goes in! It goes in!
Watch me fight! 1v2, 4v1, 4v1, none!
Good evening, Pio Nation. Welcome to Marietta College Esports. Overwatch versus Akron at 7 p.m. A lot on the line in this game. Bragging rights, placement in the league. So, I'm excited for this match. What about you? My name is Magic Ninja. I forgot to introduce myself. Where are my manners?
I'm Cloan. Of course, I'm excited to see what our Overwatch team can do. Marietta's been on a tear lately, so hopefully they keep it up.
Yeah, and speaking of being on a tear, let's see who is possibly playing today. Actually, scratch that. Who is playing today? We have Junior Jeff. I'm going to butcher that name. All I know is that it's going to be OPNEs as Zachary Simkin. He's a sophomore. We have T-Nuck, who is Colin, a freshman. Mamba, who is I believe that's Caleb. Yes, Caleb as a freshman. Torrent God, who is a sophomore, and Stout Vessel, who is a freshman. And of course, we have Miguel, who is a sub. And of course, we have to give a shout out to Derek Games, our head coach here, Games Grump. So obviously a lot on the line on this game, like I said before, talking about bragging rights at Akron. This is one that the Overwatch team has hyped up, has been practicing for a lot.
I mean, Akron, a big school. It was
D1.
mentioned earlier. Yep, D1 school. I know the Rock League team played against them last year, and we got completely destroyed. But Overwatch has a pretty good chance to upset them here. I'm not sure. Do you remember the Overwatch team record right now?
I do not remember. I believe they are 2-1 on the record right now, but do not quote me on that. While we are trying to get things set up here, I just kind of wanted to go over some quick announcements. Obviously, we do not have. Obviously, we're going to show the schedule here. Other than tonight, the next game is going to be versus. I cannot see what that logo
Let's
is.
see, 10-18. Oh, that's today's.
Yes,
oh, yeah,
10:25 at 7. The next game that they're going to have, they have a few more games, and the lobby is getting set up here, so we're going to have to go. So we're going to have to get a little bit of some announcements here, if we can. One of those being the Buy Blue Light campaign that is going on right now, a fundraiser for the school to get custom blue light glasses, as staring at these computers all day, it puts strain on our eyes. So you can go and donate with the QR code or the link below, bit.ly/mcxbybluelight.com. And yes, speaking of which, we are always recruiting. We are recruiting for 2025. If you're a high school senior or a college transfer, we are always recruiting here. We have teams in Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2 as we are live right now, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Smash Bros, and Valorant, which is what I am a part of as well. Our program right now, very, very great, very, very friendly, a good staff, coaches for some of the games, and of course our center. And you know what? Our coaches do try. Speaking of tryouts as well, that's right, we had scholarships. You are not misreading what that says. There is a possibility for you to get a scholarship. You can come in person, with the next one being the open house on Saturday, November 2nd. But if that doesn't work for you, you can always do it online. But you have to follow those steps. You have to fill out the recruitment form at bit.ly/mcrecruit, Then you have to schedule the tryout for the scholarship, bit.ly MC Esports tryout. I believe that's it. Yep, TT tryout, T tryout. We have 2 forms because that's just how it's going to work. And then you can join our Discord server, obviously. You're going to talk to Derek Games, obviously. So he is the coach here, and he does most of the tryouts. And you know what? We thank you for all your support here. We thank you for the subs, for the follows. And here's a cool thing. If you have Amazon Prime, there's a cool thing called Prime Gaming. which gives you a free sub through Prime Gaming every month. You know what? Those subs help us at the program here to get us the money for some of this stuff. And we're gonna have to wrap up. So if you have not used your Prime Gaming sub yet, then you know what? Maybe consider subscribing to us. I believe we're gonna have to get in to the lobby here. It's coming up soon. And yeah, the lobby is set up, but right now we are waiting for them to start. So I don't know what.
Okay, so like he said, Prime Gaming subs are completely free. If you have Amazon Prime, go ahead and get yourself signed up for Amazon Prime Gaming on Twitch, and
Yes.
you'll get a free sub. You can just drop it, give us some free money, and I mean, you get all the emotes and chat. And stuff,
Except for the two with Derek and Matt's face on it. Now, normally you see a different. Like last week, you saw Matt, our director, with Cloudon, Cloudon? I hope I'm saying that right. Cloudon. I butchered that. So he is not here at the moment, which means I had to step in, and we're just kind of doing this off the fly right now. So we'll see how this goes. But right now, I'm going to see if we can get in. Yep. We are waiting for the readies. The roster is right here. So here we are just waiting for things to get ready, and obviously there is a little bit of technical difficulties, but this is going to be a huge one. The way that this works is I believe there are 2 control maps, which is the control point, and each team gets a go at it. You're going to see it at the beginning. This where they're playing with competitive rules. If you know how competitive Overwatch works, then it'll make sense. So, I mean, yeah, this is a very, very much on the fly. I'm used to having Matt do most of this. So, when you kind of have to step up, you have to step up.
It would be nice if either of us was proficient in Overwatch too. We're both a little bit on the noob side of Overwatch, but I mean, I did a stream earlier with Smash. I had no idea what I was talking about, but we still made it through, so I believe we can at least bring a little bit of hype. I mean, you can tell if someone's dead or like something crazy happens on the screen.
Yeah, by the tone and shift in our voices. Yeah, I have played Overwatch a little bit. But there's gonna be a little bit of we're gonna see a little bit of the roster, the lineup of heroes, which has changed from Overwatch 1. Added a few, and speaking of Matt, hi Droger, and chat right now, hi Droger. Oh, speaking of which, what you are seeing right now is going to be 3 minutes on it. Let me rephrase that. We're on a 3-minute delay for competitive integrity, because stream sniping is a real thing. And it is unfortunate that it happens, but this is just to protect competitive integrity. So, hi Droger. Hope we don't scuff this up too much. And we are just waiting as the lobby is created, and I believe another thing that may happen if we have the Marietta plays Ashe. I believe OPNees plays Ashe if he is playing damage, and there's a glitch that was pointed out with Ashe's dynamite. If you shoot it, it instead of the normal effect that it has, it will happen to put out a torb ult, like what happens with the molten core. And if that happens, then the match will immediately stop. This is like an NECC rule that was put out today, and the glitch. They don't know what has caused the glitch, but if it happens and somebody calls it out, the match immediately stops, whatever you're on. So it's like if they win the first round and then we go into the second control map and it happens, then you just restart that. It's still going to be Akron 1, Marietta 0, but they're just going to restart the map that they are currently on.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy that such a humongous glitch kind of made it into an update, and now we might have to deal with it. But I'm guessing it's not going to be too common, and I would say that we're probably not gonna see it. I mean, if it does happen, it could
happens.
be kind of hype. I mean, I don't know.
It would be very, very interesting to see here. And they are flipping around the maps here. Lijiang Tower, it was originally Antarctic Peninsula. Lijiang Tower. Thanks, Droger. We are trying. So obviously, if I can come up here, we have a little bit.
Oh my god, don't leak the game code.
Oh, no, not the game code. Shoot, I forgot about the game code was going to be there. Like we said. So, yes, we're good. I believe the readies are coming in right now. So we're going to see how this goes. And R. Yep. R has been said. I believe we're going to get straight into the game. You're going to see a different perspective. Here we go.
In Lijiang Tower, so we're actually switching into the map that we're going to play on.
Oh, God.
And we'll get to see who picks who first.
So, here we go. I believe it's going to be two sides. We are just trying to wait for what Marietta is going to pick. I would expect to see OP Knees on Ash. I would expect to see Mamba on probably Ramatra. Excuse me, I almost said Reinhardt. As they are playing different roles, including we have two supports. Yep, not surprised to see Bap and Juno. Excuse me, Juno. That Torah God is playing. Juno is a meta pick right now. T-Nuck on Bastion. Bastion recently had his alt cost reduced in the latest patch. OP Knees though on I'm blanking on her name.
Don't worry, I can find it.
That's Symmetra. Symmetra.
Yep,
okay, here we go.
We're gonna start on OP Knees POV as they rush towards the control point. So that's something game mode we're gonna.
The camera.
It's there. The camera is there.
Oh, it is. It's there on stream. We're just trying to keep on as much as we can. Bastion right here. T-Nuck just applying some pressure. We're going to go over to Mamba's POV as he's applying the brunt of the damage as Marietta is trying to capture the point. D.Va, the enemy D.Va with her defense matrix eating up the projectiles right now.
Yeah,
we're gonna swap over up right as we swap over. Marietta is going to lose everybody right now on a team kill. And now they're just gonna kind of back off a little bit here. Obviously, they're trying to build up some ult right now. Juno's ult, a pretty big one. That is going to be huge if they want to try and recapture point. We're going to go over to Mamba's POV here. Again, taking the brunt of the damage, getting the heals in. Juno, very great with her healing. Going to immediately go in right there. Just pushing as much as they can with the speed ring coming out. The damage all on. And there you go. This is what Juno has to do right here. Very much a good healer. And that Mamba goes down, Tina goes down, OP Knees goes down, but OP Knees does have ult right now. And right as we swap to that, Torah God still up. Wow, look at that, and look at that. Juggernaut able to back up, and Torah God's gonna attempt to capture point here for Marietta. What a good play from Torah God to recapture point and give Marietta a bit of an advantage here right now. Arisa, the javelin spin online. Sorry. Her ult online. I would not be surprised if they're going to wait and see if they can get T-Nuck's ult online. Yep, D.Va bomb going out for Akron. Akron has another ult, a few other ults, and here we go. Mamba with the ult, getting one, along with the Hanzo ult going off. Tina going down at the ult there. Juggernaut building up to ult as well. OP Knees with the teleporter backing out. Just trying to keep the fight in spawn as much as they can. Just trying to keep them out. Teleporter gonna get destroyed here as we're just gonna go back to Mamba.
Yeah, they're really just trying to keep Akron away from the point. As you see them trying to push in.
Yep, and there you go. Some ults coming out. The Kiriko ult, great job by Mamba to finish off the D.Va right out of that. And they're not, Akron's gonna get nothing off of that. Off of the Oh my gosh, Kitsune Rush. This is happening so quickly that my brain is trying to keep up right now. But hold on a second, they still have Orbital. Akron still has Orbital, and they still have Visor. So Juggernaut saving the ult. And there we go, there you go. The ult coming out from Akron's Juno. Going back to Mamba, he's just gonna try to keep them. Might lose point. Mamba gonna touch. And there you go. There goes the tactical visor trying to keep Junkrat. Junkrat going down. OP knees in the cooldown having to be spent from Juggernaut on the immortality field. I would not be surprised if they're gonna back off here. And I'm just trying to remember who goes to who. Torrent God going down. So we're just gonna stay on OP knees' POV right now. And oh my gosh, this game is going back and forth. Teleporter coming in, and here we go. Light them up, as Juggernaut says. The amplification matrix coming out, and Marietta gonna go 98, 99. Overtime right now, as Akron is able to touch point again. One of the things that sets it apart, OP knees with ult, Mamba with ult as well. Here we go. What a good ult combo there to maybe be able to take the first control point. I believe, yep, that will do it. Marietta taking the first 1-0 here.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty back and forth game until the end there. Marietta had one really solid hold that they got like 60% off or something like that. So they had it up to 95%, and we saw Akron like, oh shoot, we gotta do something so they don't just like win.
Yeah.
So they ran on a site and they died, and Marietta was able to secure the last 5% to win the round.
Yes, obviously a great use of the ult combination here. Of the ult combination from Juggernaut and Mamba there. Great job.
Yeah, you're gonna see, it seems like usually they'll try and wait for their teammates to respawn. Like if like two people die, you don't want to just go in with
yes.
like, half your team. So
OP knees swapping over to Cassidy and Tinook on Reaper. Mamba has not swapped off of Orisa yet. Ramatra though coming out for Akron, and here you go, just taking the brunt of the damage from there. Almost getting the overheat. Tinook going in. Tinook, that is not Tinook.
ooh, and they get 3. That was actually pretty big for Marietta. Now they're gonna get 4 to the point.
Juggernaut here. They're gonna get the point there. Great job. A lot of ult points going up there. I believe I am trying to find the right camera. There you go. There we go. But it did not swap. It did not swap on the game here. So we're just going to kind of get a better perspective here with the spectator controls. As you can see here, playing very much grouped up because of Juggernaut's pick on Baptiste here. So here we go. OP knees. Gonna take one down, but on very much low health, and he's just gonna try to stay alive. Immortality field coming out there. Just trying to back him up. He has Deadeye right now. The domain expansion, as it was called by him the other on the last match, gonna get a 3K, a 2K, and that's a 10-player kill streak for OP knees. Only the Reaper remains on Akron's side. What a great way to start off this round right now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to use his ult. He was just like, oh, we got this in the bag, and now he's going to have it for the next engagement. 3
ults online for Marietta. I believe they're trying to build up. Yep, orbital strike coming out. Oh, I swap over right as he's going to use High Noon and get nothing. Suffer as I have Ramatras, as Akron's Ramatras uses Annihilation right now. Just trying to get out, getting fully healed, and nope, they're going to get nothing on that ult. Immortality field coming out here. Just trying to secure, Akron doing everything they can to try and secure this round. He goes down. Death Blossom online though for Tinook. Mamba gonna use ult here. I get it right as you're gonna get a 2-piece. And I believe that, no, that is the Death Blossom from Akron. And I don't think Tinook's gonna have to use his ult right now. Juggernaut going down.
Yeah, that was a huge ult from Mamba. He got 2 of them. That equalized OP knees dying early. So, oh, and there we see he gets 2 more. Mamba's going pretty huge.
Yes, Great job, Marietta, taking the first control point.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty dominant. In the first round, we saw them trade a little bit, and Akron was definitely there in the beginning of the
OP's
game.
getting the play of the game. As you can see right there on the camera, very happy with that. The 1, 2, 3 piece combo. What a shot there for play of the game. 2, 3, got him. Great job from OP Knees.
Yeah,
we're going to update the score really quickly, as Marietta is going to take the first map 2-0.
Yeah, and hopefully they keep the steam rolling. They went pretty huge in that last round. We saw, I'm not even sure if Akron captured the point once. If they did, it was for almost nothing. So
They did. They captured the point a few times on that first map. Marietta coming back really quickly, really fast, showing dominance in that first match, and they're up 2-0 right now. That was a great way to start out the first game.
yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see if Akron's going to switch up their playstyle. I think they kind of have to after what happened on that last round. It was just so dominant for Marietta. And who knows, maybe we'll see the Ash Bug. I mean...
Maybe we'll see the Ash Bug, who knows? But also, one other thing, I don't think we're going to have time to take a break, as they're already talking about swapping the map. We may take a small break here just to get it, just so that at least until they're ready. But before we do go, wow, what a performance. What a performance. Bragging rights on the line, and they come out and immediately 2-0. The first, Marietta in the lead. They do 5 maps. Hybrid Hollywood is going to be the next pick when we come back. And we are back, as they're going to get into the lobby right now. Yep, entering the game. The audio coming out. Kings Row on a hybrid map right now. So, like we saw before, Marietta College up 1 map to nothing right now. And I believe they are going to be the ones that are going to try to capture this control point and escort the payload. This is a payload map, which means that both sides are going to get a crack at this right now.
Yeah, Marietta, if they get this, they'll be on match point. So if they get, I mean, hopefully they get 2 in a row. We'd like to see that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a completely different mode. So maybe Akron's, a little bit better in payload compared to capture their point.
Yes. And we're gonna swap over to POV. Right now, that is not... Yeah, that is the right one. Marietta is gonna be on defense right now. So, as we saw, OP&E's pulling out Ash right now. So, all hoping it does not end with the bug. If it does, it will be they are going to redo this whole match. So also T-Nuck on May. I am blanking, and we're gonna see Mamba on the Ramatra pick here right now. I main Ramatra when I play tank. Ramatra's so fun to play. Obviously, here we go already, and you know, Akron going with a Widowmaker right now, just trying to keep that up. Here we go. OP&E's one that is not the Torb. I hope we do not see the Torb glitch because that would be unfortunate, but here we go. The OP&E is just getting a lot of ult charge here. Juggernaut already at 31% ult, and that's just from healing, probably. The tank's taking a lot of damage. Junker Queen applying some pressure. Here we go. Nemesis form. Nemesis form going out there. Gonna get pulled by the Knife of Junker Queen. And you know, this is a pretty evenly matched scuffle right here. Turret God gonna get taken down by the Widowmaker. OP&E's on very low HP right now. But he's gonna go for that Widowmaker. And he's almost gonna get the Widowmaker there. Gonna keep the Widowmaker in check. Great job there. He's gonna get pulled. Mamba's gonna get pulled. Hindered right now. Mamba's gonna go down. T-Nuck's still alive. That is okay. We're gonna have to change that really quickly.
We're seeing lots of trades. We instantly saw a 3K from Marietta and then a response 3K from Akron. So far it's getting pretty scrappy, but right now Akron's down a player as everyone's backing up and looking to get regrouped for the next team fight.
They're just trying to keep this point defended here. There we go. I don't know why that didn't. I don't know what is going on here. The cameras are having a little bit of issues here. For the computers, but I believe we fixed it now. So we're gonna get back into the action. It's not Overwatch that's having a glitch right now. It's we are having a glitch. So here we go. Nemesis form coming back out. But they have to be very, very careful. 3 ults online. High Noon coming out. The infrared sight there. Mamba with all. OP&E's gonna get taken down. Tina gonna get taken down. Juggernaut with ult as well. Turret God. As long as Turret God can stay alive, Juno can provide a lot of healing from a large amount of range, long amount of range. Here we go. And they're gonna be forced to back off, just wait. Juggernaut going down, Turret God on 95. Suffer as I have. Mamba he didn't even get past Suffer. As Mamba did suffer there. It was an unfortunate loss there. And we're gonna go back to T-Nuck. I don't know what is going on right now. There we go. So they're just gonna take payload. So they're just gonna let them take payload and just play. They're just gonna play right now. An unfortunate way to not keep them off the payload, but they kept them off as long as they could. So now they just have to play. OP&E's with Bob ready. And you know they're just being very careful with the dynamite right now. Turret with ult. So we're gonna see what is gonna go on. What's gonna go on here? Junker Queen. The enemy Junker Queen gonna get taken out, and they do have ult as well. Enemy Juno having ult, and he's just gonna trying to get them. Great move there. Gonna get the Kiriko, but will get traded out by the Reaper. There we go. I am trying to figure out the cameras, and the cameras are being very, very screwy right now. So Mamba on low health, gonna get healed up by Turret God. They are waiting on. That was not a smart play there from Mamba, but does not get punished by the ult of Junker Queen. Junker Queen, almost 4 ults coming out. There we go. Ults popping. First it was Turret, then it was Kitsune Rush, then it was Reckoning. And that's going to be a team kill from Akron, as they're just going to get more on the point. Unfortunately, there. That's an unfortunate team kill. Came at an inopportune time, but Not all hope is lost right now. OP Knees does have ult. Just waiting for that. Mamba gonna go right in. Engage immediately. That Widowmaker being very much a thorn in their side right now. They're waiting. They're waiting to use ults because you do not just pop ults willy-nilly, as one ult could change the time. There we go. Bob and that going in. Bob and Terra Surge going in. Very great combination there, and that's going to be a team kill from Marietta to keep them off point. Swapping over to T-Nuck right now. Oh my gosh.
That was huge for Marietta. They actually, I mean, Akron was pretty much going steady with the payload until that team fight, so we're hoping that Marietta can continue to keep them off as long as they possibly can.
What the heck? I'm trying to get on the T-Nuck's point of view, but apparently the computer's like, no. The cryo freeze coming out there from T-Nuck to get that. Torrent God gonna take down Juno. The kill feed just lighting up with a bunch of diff goes. OPNs has swapped over to Widowmaker right now, and now Marietta doing everything they can to keep them off point. The Baptiste forced to use ult there, and an unfortunate wall from T-Nuck.
Yeah.
That is not T-Nuck. We're gonna have to figure out what is going on.
And yeah, I mean, he was pretty much free pickings because the rest of his team was on the other side of the wall.
Yes, forced to use the cooldown here. Again, and I believe that's a swap over right now. We're gonna have to figure out what is going on with the cameras, as that is OPN's dead, obviously, as we swap over the camera. But the satellite ray, orbital ray coming out for Akron and forcing the Baptiste to use his immortality field. What a throw there from Mamba. Just trying to keep them off point, trying to keep them from that. Mamba gonna be forced to burn his ult, but will not be able to get anything out of it. I don't know why it's not letting us see T-Nuck's perspective here. And I don't know what is going on. Yeah, I believe something is going on with NDI. NDI's having a bit of an issue right now.
But I mean, Akron is like on the very, very cusp of winning. Like, I mean, this is very close. Marietta has to play up and make sure that Akron does not even get close to point. Otherwise, they're going to be in danger of losing this map and going 1-1.
Yes, OPN swapping over to Tracer here, more of a poke character. Just trying to figure out what is going on. And now that's on, that's on Akron's side. That's not good. Interesting. I think we're just gonna keep it on Mamba's POV right now, as we cannot figure out what is going on with T-Nuck's camera. So High Noon being spent, infrared sight, infrared being also spent. I'm gonna try to swap over to OPNs. OPN's gonna get a little bit of damage on, and they're just gonna have to touch. OPN's touching at 0.58 meters. You cannot get any more close than this, but it will be unfortunately 3-0.
That was close. They only had 15 seconds, but of course, I mean, they had like such a little space left to win. So Akron, I think, kind of had it in the bag. They could have all in at the end as well. And we saw Marietta in the beginning. I think, to actually start the payload, I think they did okay, but they lost multiple team fights and had to back off. Around the mid game, and so Akron was able to get to the first checkpoint pretty dang fast. They pretty much didn't get stopped at all. So we're gonna need to see Marietta play a little bit better in the mid game to try and create enough time for them to be able to win.
We have the picks coming in right now. It's gonna be OPNs on Ash, T-Nuck on Reaper, and Torrent God and Juggernaut not swapping off of Juno or Baptiste here. This gives us a second to check NDI and what is going on.
Like you are from the westerns my father brought to Mars. Let's draw, gunslinger.
Yeah, so what we're looking for here is for Marietta to win this, and like I said before, we are currently up 1-0 in the series, so if we can win this, we'll be on a match point because it's the best of 5.
Here we go. Mamba going to Winston here. This is going to be this is actually an interesting pick. Mamba, very good on Winston. A very common pick for Mamba. I almost said Monston. I thought of Winston and Mamba at the exact same time. And now OP Knees showing off the skill that he has great. The trap coming out there, and OP Knees is going to get sat down. Unfortunately, forced to burn Reaper here. First to burn Reaper form. Burn Reaper form, excuse me. They're going to, yep. Mamba gonna fall back here, do everything he can to stay alive.
Yeah, we saw Akron come out.
Mamba swapping over to Orisa. OP Knees swapping over to Widowmaker. And while we have a break from the fighting, I apologize for interrupting you.
It's fine. I didn't say that much, as Marietta is gonna look to get past the choke once again. Akron looking to stay alive, stay together, and keep Marietta off the point as long as possible.
Yeah, make sure the lobby numbers are correct on the game. Okay, we're gonna have to check that afterwards. Thank you, Droger, for that. We're gonna have to check that later. So here we go. OP Knees on Widowmaker here, trying to get something. Gonna be forced to reload. Take a higher ground. What a shot in the air. Gonna get clipping the Junkrat. Gonna get one as their Junkrat, oh my god, turn left! Oh my gosh, what a play! What a play from Akron's Junkrat, but his Riptire gonna get immediately stopped there by Juggernaut. Great play. OP Knees almost at ult, infrared sight. Juggernaut gonna immediately use ult. There. Light them up is what he said, and the amplification matrix coming out, burning the immortality field. Great use of the immortality field, keeping Mamba and T-Nuck alive. Full high noon. Right now, that is not the POV we need. But here we go. OP Knees going there. We're just gonna keep on Mamba's POV right now.
Yep, and it seems like Akron's backing up to the next objective. Trying to block the payload for getting pushed as they let Marietta start it up, and they're gonna have to look to get through the choke. Here we go. Nobody's really pushing up yet. Marietta, the payload does not need to get pushed up past the choke yet, but Akron does find one onto OP Knees.
Yep.
As they're gonna probably start looking to push in at the player advantage. Oh, and there it is from the skies. Juggernaut gets taken out. The rest of the team's gonna have to back up. They're fighting a losing battle right now. Mamba barely making it out alive thanks to Turret God.
Thanks to Turret God there. Great job. As they're gonna have to get back on the payload. 3 ultimates in hand. I'm gonna go 2 OP Knees swapping over to Cassidy here. As you saw before, him getting the play of the game. Turret God's ult goes out here. Orbital Ray, and they're gonna push. Die. Coming out, Death Blossom here from T-Nuck, gonna get immediately wrecked, but that is all that they need, as Turret God's just gonna continue to push the payload. And we're gonna go back to Mamba here, who's in the middle of all of this action. OP Knees gonna take a flank position here. Trying to pepper some damage on top. The flash grenade gonna be burnt. Mamba gonna use the Terra Surge and gonna get at least one. Keeping pressure on the Orisa. T-Nuck in Reaper form. That's all they're gonna need. The Steel Trap gonna be taken out. Mamba just gonna get that as well. Mamba gonna get that. Gonna get nice job on the Javelin Spear right there. Good job. Oh my gosh. And yeah, they're just gonna wait for that, and that's gonna get both supports. And now they're just gonna have to try their best to keep this point rolling right now. That's all that they can do. This Junkrat has been a thorn in the side of Marietta, and now Mamba forced to back off and regroup with the team.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really, really good push from Marietta, though. We saw them come out with that huge ult play, and Akron was like, oh shoot, we gotta get out of here. They all started running back, and Marietta is able to get pretty dang close to the checkpoint, and I mean, they got enough time to make it there.
Oh, what a play. OP Knees knowing that there was probably somebody there. Ult's being spent. OP Knees gonna get taken down in a good old-fashioned standoff there. There we go. Now we get to see T-Nuck's POV as the computer finally decided to stop whining. I exaggerate, of course. He's gonna TP away, get back with the team, and just regroup here.
Yeah, Marietta has to retake this soon. I mean, if they lose another team fight, it'll get pretty dang close to the end for them, as we'll see them start slowly pushing up, and Akron looks to engage.
They are going to need to keep this payload moving. This Junkrat, though, has been a pain in their side. Let's see if T-Nux's POV is going to work. It will not work this time. So I believe I may have been doing it. I might have figured it out. It might be correct. I might have just been doing it too quickly. The high noon going to be spent, not going to get anything. And let's just see if I'm correct. Mamba's ult not going to get anything either. Going to get knocked out of that. T-Nux taking a bit of damage. Their OP knee's going to get healed up and just try to take him down. What a play! As you can hear, OP knees from the right, even on the camera. Oh my god, what
You can see his mouse shaking, his cursor is shaking. The character himself is feeling OP knees.
Wow, what the heck was that? That is a clip for sure. A full health Arisa losing to a 14 HP Onis. OP knees is just, you know what? It's happened before. We gotta do it one more time. OP. So I'm gonna try to go to T-Nux POV. And yes, I figured it out. That was my fault. I was going too quickly. The computer couldn't keep up. Gonna get stunned here. Death Blossom online for Mamba. A big ult here. When will he use it? Oh, here we go. The domain expansion for OP knees. When will he use it? You're just waiting. OP knees taking the Junkrat down again. A little bit of insult to injury. That Junkrat has died 4 times to OP knees. And now we're going to swap over to T-Nux here. He's going to look for this. This is a great play. High noon out from Akron. And he's going to go in. And here we go. I tried to call it. Die, die, die. The Death Blossom is huge. And that's going to be a almost team wipe from Marietta to take. Please. You can see it on OPD's face. They're going to get it. 3-3. With that explosive play from OPD's.
Yeah.
What?
They were able to press their advantages once they got it, and they made that way sooner than Akron did. So I think they have a pretty decent chance of closing out this this map, hopefully at least.
What was that? OP knees though. Can we talk about that for a second? OP knees with the ult, Mamba playing very, very well, and then T-Nux with the Death Blossom to just figure it off. The finish it off. 1, 2, 3, the 3-piece combo. But OP knees, we might have to check and see if that mouse is okay and that desk, as you saw on the camera. Very, very excited and in my voice. I am starting to lose it here. I'm gonna have to take a drink of water. Stay hydrated, folks. This is your reminder to hydrate.
Yeah, I mean, if there's someone you want going crazy, it's the DPS, and OP Knees is making a statement here, as we'll see Akron switch off of Junkrat. I mean, the Junkrat did do bad, but I mean, OP Knees definitely showing up.
Yep. Oh, T-Nux swapping over to Soldier here, one of the new additions to Overwatch 2, along with Mamba on Ramatra. So, this is going to be interesting to see how this game plays out. Turret God, again, excuse me. My brain is going a million miles per second, as that is how fast I have to be to cast this. But again, Juno, one of the newer supports. Her ability to do a lot of healing from a long range is a luxury that any healer would want to have.
Ooh, and Mamba goes huge, leading the charge, getting
the Nemesis. He's gonna get a 3 kill. I was not on his POV, but holy cow. They're gonna know, he's gonna know where the Widow is. Oh, and that's the other thing. Akron only has 30 seconds to get this payload going. And now all Marietta has to do is just keep them off the point. Just do everything they can to keep them off the point. Mamba off. Mamba's Nemesis form back online. 54%. OPD's at 68% all charge. Just gonna go in. And go in. He's gonna get 1. 2. OPD's with 2. He is just OPD's with ult. Overtime, the team kill for Marietta. And they're gonna take this one.
What a ace. That was crazy.
Round 3 complete. Now Marietta, I believe, has only a minute remaining to get this. They just have to touch the point once, and it will be their map. What a play there from OP Knees and Mamba. He is just OP. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the whole team went crazy. We saw pretty much everybody get involved
The surge.
at the end, especially.
That surge.
Mamba led the charge in that first push, and I think that really Akron was like, oh shoot, they got like a concussion. Mamba was coming out so hard, and they weren't able to regroup enough to take on Marietta. As now it'll be Marietta's turn to try and get their points on attack.
Yeah, very. All they have to do, because they kept Akron to 0% capture, they literally have to go and one person has to touch. So Akron has to play very smart here, as if one person C9s. A C9 is a term that is thrown around a lot. C9 or Cloud9 Gaming is an esports team that was very big in Overwatch. One time they lost because they walked off the point during overtime. And that's where the term C9ing comes from. He's going to swap over to Widowmaker here. And I'm going to swap over to T-Nuck here, who went back to Souljourn. Again, 95, he's going to get the steel trap, but that's about it. Again, Akron has to play very smart here. And already 60 seconds, a minute and 20 seconds was what was on the clock before. Here we go. Marietta, all they have to do is just touch the point once. As you can see, the orange marker on A, they just have to get to that much capture on the objective. And Mama's going to be forced to back off here. But they're already a quarter of the way there. Marietta just has to hold out. Come on. And you know what? You can see it. Mamba locked in. Mamba ready to take this. Wapini's dead. But T-Nuck, all goals keeping there. 30 seconds. Mamba on point. Dealing damage with Nemesis Form. Gonna get one. Gonna get not another one. And they're just gonna lose a little bit more capture percentage here. Torgon's still on. Still on. And I believe that's gonna be it. Torgon's gonna capture the point. What a play there from Torgon. Torgon on the camera, as you can see, very much happy about that. The heart coming out there. What a match.
Yeah, that was a hard-fought game. We saw in the beginning, it was pretty back and forth. It was coming down to the wire, and then those last two, Merida completely shut them out on attack and then showed them up by taking the point themselves and winning the game.
4-3 was the final score, right?
I think so, yep.
One more, boys.
Yep, and as I just heard, Derek Games getting the team hyped out there. He's saying, of course, that we are on match point, so if Merida wins this next one, we'll win 3-0, but we'll get to see that when we come back.
Yes, that is but before we go, as you can see, they are going to take a little bit of a break here, and we're going to take a break in a second, but holy cow, that round. What the heck? What the heck happened to them? OP Knees woke up, Mamba woke up, and T-Nuck woke up, and then Torgon capturing the point.
Yeah,
it's the Invisibles on the team, man. Juno is underlooked. That is why you see them bum rushing the supports, because those tanks can sustain for a long time if the supports are still up.
Yeah, I mean, at the end, you see Akron trying to cling on to life with like two players, but Merida has a numbers advantage already. Once you get that first pick, I mean, it's going to be tough to come back from that.
What a great match here. 2-0 Marietta. And when we come back, it's going to be match point Marietta. Oh, and we are back here waiting for map 3 to get set up right now. And we have confirmed that the mouse is okay. The desk is also okay from OP Knees after that last play. But my throat is not okay because that was such a hype play. We just lost it in the booth. Like, wow, that's a clip. We have so much to clip after this match. Explosive plays from both sides. Explosive plays from Marietta showing their dominance. After that first map, they took the 3 that Akron got on them personally, 4-3. What a good play there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the momentum obviously heavily in Marietta's favor right now. They're up 2-0 in this series. Plus they had a super dominant game in that last round. So we'll get to see if they go back to a hybrid, if they go to capture the point. I'm not sure.
I believe it's going to be a flashpoint map.
Okay.
But do not quote me on that. But as you could hear out there, the hype that play caused, it was immeasurable. Like, the team culture that the Overwatch team has is insane.
Especially Zach. You got Zach out there getting the team super hyped.
Zach, bro, he's a bundle of energy. He is kind of he keeps the hype level of the team going up, but that's not to say that there aren't others. Like, Mamba's there, Torrent God, also another person, and then T-Nuck and Stout as well. This team that we have they have chemistry, and it's showing. It's showing how much they've practiced, it's showing how much they practice. It's showing in the game right now. And here we go. We're gonna enter the game.
And we're gonna
Coliseo on the push map. Excuse me, it was not a flashpoint map. So, Marietta at match point. They went to all 5 maps last time.
I mean,
I'm gonna have a long night if those 2 games, if those 2 rounds before were any indication of what is about to come. I'm gonna have a long night of clipping to do.
If we go to a game 5, I would be very surprised. Akron would have to turn it around pretty dominantly. I think even if Marietta drops 1, they'll still have enough, juice left in them to finish it out before it gets to game 5. And hey, we haven't seen that Ash bug yet, and it looks like I don't know. Actually, I think we do have Ashes, so I mean, maybe you still see it, but like I said earlier, I think we're probably not going to see it as we head into the last, potentially, hopefully, last game of the series.
Yes, last game of the series. This should be it. We're just going to do a quick camera check just to make sure that they're all working. NDI taking a hot minute. There we go. T-Nuck on Soldier and OPN's bringing out the Ash again. Hopefully no glitch, as that would kind of cut momentum a little bit, but we're going to see. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. Torrent God is swapping over to Brigitte. Brigitte, I hope I'm saying that correctly. With her healing ability is Inspire, which any time that she deals damage, there's a shockwave that does 5% healing to anybody that is caught in it. And of course, E-Kit and Lunar being subbed in. That is not Juggernaut anymore. I did not think to figure that out beforehand, and we're gonna have to really quickly update that.
And just as we're talking about him, he goes down, and Akron's looking to press the advantage, getting Mamba as well. Marietta gonna have to fall back and let Akron push it, but they also find Torrent God and the rest of the team.
We do not have a camera for him, unfortunately, so we will not be able to go to his perspective without showing Juggernaut. But we're just gonna keep on OPNs, and here we go. Akron in very much deep territory there. And there you go, OPNs. You could just hear him outside. Just a lot aggressive going, just trying to calm everything. Communication key right now. Nerf this, the Ash, the Diva Bomb, not gonna get anybody. Torrent God going down. Here we go, Mamba. Mamba going in. Gonna take down the Juno. Trying to go for the Curie, but we'll extend a little bit here.
Yeah, we saw all of Akron. I think almost every single one of them got a kill there. So Maria's gonna have to be careful, as a lot of ults are starting to get charged up.
Yep. As we saw, Mamba's POV, the ragdoll was unfortunate and funny, but OP Knees here swapping over to Cassidy, just trying to get a little bit. The stun grenade going out. Oh, what a shot there! As ult started to come online, Fishy Jelly using his Kitsune Rush here, and Soldier gonna come out, gonna use the railgun, and that's gonna get stopped by the Diva Energy Shield. Overdrive mode available for Vessel right now, so gonna wait to see. Constantly charging the railgun, which is not something to scoff at, considering that railgun can one-shot a lot of people when it has 100 energy. 3 ults online from Marietta, Turret Gods Rally being one of them. Let's see if they can rally to something.
Yeah, that was close for Akron there. They were near the end, but Marietta's able to turn around, and now we're almost back to the start.
Rally to me! The call has been made. Here we go. He's gonna take that. What a great play with the shield. Gonna break the shield. The shield's gonna be on recharge, but nobody is gonna get hurt as a result of that. I believe we missed Mamba's ult, unfortunately. We swap over to Rally, but we're swapping over to his POV. Turret God helping them at. Actually, that was Lunar who's gonna get that. We do not have a camera on him, but that is going to be very interesting. I'm gonna swap over just to see again. No, that is not the camera on him. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get E-Kit in Lunar's face. He does not have a camera, so we're just gonna have to keep on Mamba here. Stout Vessel holding that ult. The aimbots from Soldier coming out. Excuse me, his visor coming out. It is not cheating. It is the aimbot that is from it is a part of the ultimate. So everybody in the Overwatch community calls it aimbot because it does give him that, unfortunately. Here we go, OP Knees with High Noon, domain expansion coming online for him. So he's gonna try to go try to find a sign. It's go time here, as we're gonna swap over to Stout Vessel, and that's what we mean, the rail gun getting constantly charged, and that Diva is forced to use the defense matrix. And he's gonna at least get gonna take out one of the supports. And the other support going down as well. Juno getting taken out. And here we go. Who is on point right now, but none other than Mamba, just trying to keep inside of this. Ult's coming online. E-Kit and Lunar gonna get his ult here. Orbital Ray coming out, and there we go. Nemesis Form also coming out. A bit of an execution here from Marietta to push Akron back, and Nemesis Form gonna get online as well here. Then there we go. Akron swapping back over to the Junkrat to apply some pressure to approach to get a little bit of pressure onto Marietta, but it will not prevail as he's just gonna get him. Egan Lunar gonna get him. OPN's going down. Still keeping his ult online. The flames of liberation rise. And here we go. Suffer as I have. Turret God and Mamba getting the ult at the same time. Very great ult combination to push them up the point here. And here we go. He's gonna put that out to block the damage and just continues to push the robot. What a play there. What great team play there from Marietta.
Yeah, great timing on those ults. I mean, the way they use them, they also shut down Akron's ults, so it's not even like they just use them to get kills. They also
Overwatch. Yes, especially with competitive Overwatch with a game like this, you have to, as soon as they say go, you use that ult. OPNs with domain expansion here. Gonna get one and do a little bit of damage and we'll go down. But that is all that they needed as the call's been made to push here. They continue to push the robot. That Junkrat behind them. Rip Tire coming out, gonna get 2. Stout Vessel and Tora going down. And Mamba's gonna go down. OP Knees as well. And they're gonna have to back off and regroup here. But they pushed it 117 meters, a big lead for Marietta right now.
Yeah, that Junkrat was definitely the guardian angel for Akron there. If you don't pull out some kind of play like you did there, it was likely that Akron was probably going to lose, especially since, Marietta was so close to the end. But we'll see them fight and push the bot back all the way to where we started yet again.
Yep. Lunar's all going out there right now, and that's gonna be a signal to push there from Marietta. OP knees, Mamba, Stout Vessel, kill feed lining up. Mamba with 2. Great team play again. The team play killing Akron right now.
Yeah.
What great chemistry.
Yeah,
wow.
Even though they're not getting like full team wipes on Akron, it's usually there's only like one person left, so Akron is pretty much have to go all the way back to the start anyway.
More alt percentage there for Lunar, as Stout's already on 87% alt charge right now. So we're gonna swap over to OP knees again here. And they're still on the Junkrat. Junkrat at 98%. He's gonna get it. Domain expansion coming back online. High noon coming back online. We made the joke once that it was a domain expansion, and now it's stuck in my head. So here we go. There we go. I believe there's gonna be a multitude of ults here from Marietta. They're gonna alt dump here in this final push. The Riptire coming out there. Gonna get OP knees and Torrent, 2 ults down, but they're gonna go. I believe a few ults have been called out to be used. Stout Vessel gonna get finished off, and Lunar's just gonna have to back off here. So we're gonna go with OP knees as POV as they're gonna regroup. 132.
Yeah, they're probably gonna look to end it all in their last push. I would guess they have 4 ults online, so they can definitely make something happen.
They cannot be too hasty with the ults right now. I believe they're trying to wait and get Lunar's ult on Ekit and Lunar's ult online. OPN's gonna poke a few on the flank. Stout Vessel trying to also poke as well. That railgun, very, very good. Annihilation and Visor. Here we go. This ends now. Stout Vessel gonna use one ult. Mamba gonna use Annihilation. Suffer as I have. The triple kill. And unfortunately, that's going to be a counter ult from Akron, but that's all that they really need. And it's a contest on point, a scuffle on point right now. A good old-fashioned showdown. And Marietta's gonna come out on top right now. For now. 2 ultimates in store right now. For Marietta, Torrent God gonna have to go back, taking a lot of damage. Lunar's ult almost online here, so I would not be surprised if they're gonna call Lunar's ult and then immediately play off of that.
Yeah, what we saw was
increased damage and increased healing is not something to scoff at. I apologize for interrupting.
It's fine. Stout's all, it makes them spread out a lot, and Mamba was able to get a 3K, and so the rest of Akron was just trying to hold off Marietta on point, but now Marietta is looking to take the point themselves as they push back Akron with a huge play.
What a good play there. The ult's coming out. Tori gonna get them off point, and this Junkrat's gonna have to do everything he can to capture point. As you can see right there, OPN's very happy, and that is a victory for Marietta.
The Junkrat, the guardian angel for Akron is down. Watch out, there's nobody there to save you.
OPN's with the play of the game, going crazy on the camera. As you can see the cat, and he is surprised here.
Yeah,
I do not know how we're gonna mark this one.
His massive play there, I mean, that pretty much ended the game for Akron. And like I said, that Junkrat, in my opinion, is the guardian angel. He saved them multiple times in that game, getting double kills at least with his ult. So him getting shut down led to a great opportunity for Marietta to win, and we saw him take advantage of that.
The chemistry, that team play, that chemistry, the excitement, the momentum that OPN's, Mamba, that entire team never, ever left each other's side. They played together. They played strong. They played to their strengths. What a match. What a showing for Marietta. And you know what? Bragging rights on the table. Marietta takes the bragging rights.
Yeah, I mean, Akron, they definitely put up a fight in some of those games. And like you said, I think the momentum literally just on Marietta's side. They're able to pull through. You got all the hype from Zach coming out. He's going, woo, let's go,
As
guys.
you can see on the camera, the play of the game, 2 play of the games for OPN's. Mamba also hyped on the camera. Wow. I'm gonna have. Oh, this is gonna be a long night. This is gonna be a long Friday night with clipping. There's gonna be a lot of clips from this game, and wow, what a great game.
Yeah.
So that's gonna do it for us here at Marietta Esports. For all the latest news regarding our program, you can go follow us on Instagram, X, Twitter. You can go check out our YouTube channel, of course. Subscribe, follow on this Twitch channel. From Marietta Esports, I'm Magic Ninja.
And I'm Clodon.
And this, and we're...
Well, you're forgetting something. We still have to do an interview since we won.
We do have an interview. I almost
You
went
thought I
off.
clicked the end stream button. I was like,
I was gonna fat finger end stream. So we're gonna be right back with the interview. Well, we are back here with the person that we were talking about in the booth a lot, OP Knees, who's just OP. I mean, wow, what a match. You, Mamba, T-Nuck, and Torret were just all over the place, making plays, keeping Akron on the back foot.
Always, yeah. I mean, we went in, it looked a little bit rough on Kings Row, but it wasn't that rough in my head. We were just kind of just trolling.
You guys were kind of trolling, and you 2-0'd them.
3-0'd. 3-0'd them.
You're correct.
Yeah.
My fault. But can we talk about that play of the game where you absolutely lost it? Where we had to go check on the mouse, we had to go check on the desk, we could hear you in the booth. What?
Which play of the game? I had a few.
You had a few in the catalog. But how about we start with the first one? Where
The first one, that one was on Lijiang Tower. Well, I mean, afterwards, it shouldn't have even been that close on the first round. So the second round being 100-0, that's what it should have been. And I don't know, I was just feeling it. I don't know, man. I was just tweaking.
Yeah, it's genuinely tweaking on the camera. But and now a serious question. Your guys' chemistry. You guys were calling alts, you guys were calling when things would happen, and you guys executed well. How good would your chemistry be? How good would your chemistry have that you would say it was? Like team.
Our chemistry is pretty good as a team. I mean, me and Mamba, we go back to high school. I mean, we played 2 years together back in high school, back in EC, and we mollywopped kids. It was just me and him. The comms that we do are because we're still kind of new to each other, but him and I, we didn't have to comm. We would just do things together.
Yeah.
We were playing rank over last couple of days. We played rank together. We just start BSing and just having a good time. And honestly, I'm getting the same vibes from the rest of my team.
Yeah, the team obviously playing very well together. What went through your guys' mind? I did hear you say during the break that ult to push the Ramatra off point was a mistake.
Oh, and what on the last fight?
Yes, last
Okay,
fight.
so what it was is that I was trying to flank all the way around through the tube there, and then hit Q, and I kind of just bumped it on my keyboard. And I'm just like, I have the ult now. I might as well do
let's
something
try to
with
see-
it.
yeah,
So I
you
kind of
got-
just like I walked at the bad guys and shot the bad guys.
You got one of the supports down, and then Tor cleaned up the rest. So, for one final question here, anything you would like to say to the people in the chat?
Make sure to use your Twitch Prime subs. Make sure to use them. Don't give Daddy Bezos any money. Give Marietta College Esports money. Make sure to subscribe with that. And also, as 3-0, it's what it should have been every single game before that. I wasn't there for the first game. That second game we played shouldn't have been that way. 3-0s is what it should be for the rest of the season.
That is, and obviously a very dominating performance tonight from Marietta. Very, very great team play, very, very great chemistry. So that's going to do it for us from Marietta Esports. For all the latest news, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, X, YouTube, and of course follow and subscribe to our Twitch channel. So have a great night.